Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan with Her Courage to Plan. Today we got to go ahead and do our paycheck budget number 2 for the month of January. January has come in and we're already at the halfway point, guys. So I will not delay. Let's go ahead and get right into completing our paycheck budget number 2. And so our paycheck number 2 budget is actually going to run us from January the 17th all the way through the 31st. So that's what we are working with today for paycheck number 2. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into the paycheck budget. So we are working with January the 17th through January the 31st. So for Hub's income for this half, we are planning direct deposit to this account, a total of $1,200. And then for me, it's $1,300. Now this is a 3 paycheck month for me, so that is awesome. So we've got $1,200 plus $1,300. So we are planning for $2,500 for this particular paycheck. All right, and then for giving, which is our tithe and offering, we are planning $884. Okay, and then for our expenses, we have our car insurance, which is $309.89, our Hulu, which is $11.99. All right, so what I'm going to go ahead and do, as I always, I'm going to speed the video along, plug these numbers in, and I'll come back and do a recap with you guys. All right, I'll see you back in a bit. Alright guys, so I have finished totaling up the expenditures, and our expenses have come up to a total of $1,351.02. And so what I can go ahead and do is start plugging in this information down here, because we need to see what we have left for our remaining saving funds and the extra debt. So the income is $2,500, that is planned, and then the giving is at $884, and then the expenses is at $1,351.02. So we'll go ahead and run these numbers. So $2,500 minus $884 minus $1,351.02. So that leaves us with $264.98. And I do know that we need to go ahead and account for the household savings, because that automatically comes out at the end of the month, and that's $50. We've already taken care of the vacation in paycheck 1, so we're not worried about that. That's done. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the household, and that'll be $50. And so let's go ahead and subtract this off now. And so we have $214.98 left. And then we still have to do son's tuition, which is $150. So that's son's tuition, and we'll subtract that. Okay, and then that leaves us with $64.98, and that'll all go on the HELOC, which should balance out as far as our overall monthly budget that we had planned for. So let's go ahead and put the HELOC here, and then the $64.98 will be set aside from this paycheck for the extra debt. All right, and so let's go ahead and total the savings, which is the $50 plus $150. So we're at $200. Okay, so now we can go ahead and enter this down here, and we should get a zero-based budget, because that's what we do. We just make sure that our income is allocated over our expenses, and every dollar has an assignment. Okay, so the extra debt is $64.98. So $2,500 minus $884 minus $1,351.02 minus $200, and then minus the $64.98. That's a zero-based budget, guys. All right, so what I want to do is take a look at our expenditures. Okay, and now the groceries, where you see $525. Now I explained that in our monthly budget. I'll link that video up above if you want to go back and watch it. I usually just allocate $175 per week. And what happens is, this is a 3 paycheck month for me, and I go to the grocery store on Saturdays. And on the 31st, out of that check on the 31st, I will go to the grocery store the next day. So this is why this is a little bit higher than what it's normally. And so I do know that depending on where you live, your grocery bill may be totally different from ours. We do not do a whole lot of eating out. I take my lunch to work Monday through Friday, so this is accounted for. But again, just depending on where you live, the cost of living can be totally different. But our budget, we just want to make sure that we continue to do a realistic budget, because food is not cheap where we're at. There's certain things that are economical, but as far as the food, I'm telling you, it is not cheap. I wish we had an Aldi here. I really do, but we don't. And so we do have Walmart, and we do have Publix, which I frequent Publix more than I do Walmart, but I do use both. And I have started doing the Fetch Rewards, where you scan your receipt, and I do have a code down below to go ahead and join Fetch Rewards, where you can earn points. And hopefully I will be able to see how that works and get some type of savings back for our groceries. All right, and so right here on paycheck number 2, I'm still going to put my note here to focus on the groceries, because I still like to kind of keep a check on the grocery bill, and I just want to make sure that I keep a handle on it. All right, guys, so this is it for our paycheck budget number 2. Let me know down in the comment section, how is your budgeting going for January? And I want to remind you again, we are doing the savings challenge for 2020. If you missed that video, I'll link it up above. If you have not gotten your savings trackers, go ahead and head on over to my Etsy shop and grab your savings tracker bundle, and I do have a link down below. So all right, guys, until the next time, I will see you later. Bye.